Sears Sand and Gravel Extra Storage Incorporated, Bill's Welding on the Ford for Paul DeBolt of Gloucester, Virginia. Once again, C.E. Falk, Greg Edwards, Stacy Puryear, Woody Howard, Danny Edwards in the top 5, followed by Dean Shiflett in 06, Wesley Falks 41, Casey Wyatt 29, Mark Wertz 55, and Stephen Berry 99 in the top 10. Paul DeBolt 16-140, he goes to the top. Paul DeBolt in number 34. Great job by Paul DeBolt. In a 16-151.
I want you to make some noise. They've been out here since 9 o'clock this morning. It's been hot. It's been humid. Now we're turning it up. We like to call it the Hampton Heat. Okay, come on, let's go. Let's get loud. Are you ready? Gang, what are we wanting to hear? It's rock and roll time. Our thanks to the City of Hampton, Advanced Auto Parts, and Winters. We're going racing for 200 laps.
We are just about set to go. The next time they come by the start-finish line, they will be under green flag racing conditions for the Hampton Heat 200 here at Langley Speedway. Paul DeBolt, C.E. Falk on the front row, then Greg Edwards and Stacy Puryear, Woody Howard and Danny Edwards Jr. in row 3, followed by Dean Shiflett, Wesley Falk, Casey Wyatt, Mark Wertz in the top 10, and the rest of the field as they now take the green flag for the Hampton Heat 200 lap late model stock car race at Langley Speedway. Barreling down the back straightaway, Paul DeBolt will take the lead and stay there ahead of C.E. Falk in number 40. Greg Edwards in third, a side-by-side battle between the 82 down on the inside. That's Woody Howard. Stacy Puryear, the 17 on the outside of Woody. Danny Edwards Jr. and Dean Shiflett in the 06 down on the inside. Then Casey Wyatt fights side-by-side with the 41 of Wesley Falk. Sparks flying off the race cars as we have side-by-side racing everywhere around the racetrack. After the first 100 laps, we'll have a pause of about 15 minutes, and these drivers will be able to change 2 tires if they need to. Paul DeBolt leads, C.E. Falk followed by Greg Edwards. Then it's about 4 car lengths back to 4th place, the 82 of Woody Howard. Then Stacy Puryear, 17, 016 Shiflett, side by side as the 29 of Casey Wyatt hits by Danny Edwards in 26. Danny slips a little bit. Here goes Wesley Falk making a move, and Mark Wertz in the 55. Brandon Godot down on the inside. He races side by side, and to his outside, he's got the 99 of Stephen Berry. Kyle Waltz having a good run tonight in the 1. He's down on the inside, racing side by side with Stephen Berry, the 99 on the outside between turns 1 and 2. And here goes Mark Wertz making his move. And Danny Edwards trying to fight back and challenge the 29 of Casey Wyatt. Mark Wertz is able to get past the 41 of Wesley Falk for position. Another side-by-side battle down the back straightaway. 2 side-by-side battles as Duke Gibbs to the inside of the 64 and makes the pass on Rick Godovic. There's the 90, Terry Carroll with the 99 of Stephen Berry on the outside, and he gets by him. Up front, Paul DeBolt continues to lead, trying to hit his marks in that 34 car. The field is nose to tail. And C.E. Falk trying to get that lead away from Paul DeBolt in 34. Last year's 2009 track champion C.E. Falk all over the back bumper of Paul DeBolt. C.E. again tries to nose his way past the 34. He's digging every time in the turns. trying to get that nose underneath the 34. Paul DeVolt for the lead. And Greg Edwards is there in 21. Top three have pulled away. About 8 to 10 car lengths ahead of Woody Howard back in fourth position. Then it's about 3 to 4 car lengths back to the 17, Stacy Puryear. Battle for the lead, shaping up again. Diving on the inside of the 34 to Paul DeVolt. CE Falking it sideways, hits DeVolt. Races past him down the back straightaway. CE Falk looking racy tonight. Gave him a shot. Greg Edwards now races to the inside of Paul DeVolt for that second position. Greg Edwards up to second. It is CE Falk, Paul DeVolt, Greg Edwards, Woody Howard, Stacy Puryear in the top 5. Dean Shiflett, Danny Edwards, Casey Wyatt, Mark Wirtz, and Wesley Falk in the top 10. Here goes Mark Wirtz and Casey Wyatt, and a slip over there at the exit of turn number 2. Kyle Waltz gets a tap. Meanwhile, Mark Wirtz makes his pass on Casey Wyatt. "15 laps completed out of the first 100-lap segment of a 200-lap race, the Hampton Heat 200 at Langley Speedway. CE Falk nosed his way past the 34. Greg Edwards was also able to get by Paul DeVolt. They're first and second. Paul DeVolt in third. Woody Howard, the 82, comes by. Then a great battle here for the 5th position. Stacy Puryear trying to hang on to it. The 06 and Danny Edwards. Danny Edwards now comes to the inside of the 06 of Dean Shiflett. As Dean tries to race with Stacy in the 17. That is for 5th position. Mark Wirtz, after he was able to get by Casey Wyatt, has pulled ahead by about 3 to 4 car lengths now. And Mark Wirtz looks like he's got a fast car. Danny Edwards does too as he gets by the inside of Dean Shiflett in 06 and makes the pass. Lap number 20 will come up in lights. Leaf Cars Machine, the 40 of CE Falk, is in the lead. Top 10 in points so far this year. CE Falk with 5 wins. He's first. Greg Edwards has 2 victories. He's second. Woody Howard third. Danny Edwards fourth. And Wesley Falk fifth. Those 3 drivers, Woody, Danny, and Wesley, all have victories, as does Mark Wirtz in the 55. And Mark's looking fast tonight. Brandon Godovic 7th in points. Dude Gibbs 8th. Casey Wyatt 9th. Dean Shiflett in the top 10. Danny Edwards had some bad luck last week, but he's looking good tonight. Up there just outside the top 5. Mitch Sarvis, the 88 car, has gone a lap down. CE Falk able to get by in car number 40, as is Greg Edwards and Paul DeVolt, the top 3. Then it's about 15 car lengths back to the 82 of Woody Howard. Stacy Puryear doesn't race at Langley all the time, but he's looking good tonight up there in 5th. But here comes Danny Edwards in 26, trying to challenge for that 5th position. Greg Edwards trying to challenge for the lead with CE Falk. $10,000 up for grabs. Little squirrely was the 07. Richard Storm doesn't race at Langley all the time. Trying to get a feel for the racetrack in that 07. And he is about to go a lap down. He will be the next car to get a lap down if CE is able to get by. A lot of these drivers will be making adjustments on the race cars. Halfway through, we'll have a 15-minute break before we get into the next 100 laps. The first 100 equals out to be 41 miles. Greg Edwards again. Trying to worry that 40 of C.E. Falk. The 2009 track champion here at Langley Speedway, C.E. Falk. C.E. from Virginia Beach, Avalon Fishing Pier, Ford Racing, and LeithCars.com helping him out this year. And he's doing them proud. 5 victories so far. C.E. Falk continues to lead over Greg Edwards. And now here's a great battle again on the racetrack, side by side between turns 1 and 2. As Mark Wirtz, the Dunkin' Donuts Planet Fitness 55 gets by the 06 of Dean Shiflett. Greg Edwards and the Danny's Glass 26 trying to find a way around that 17 of Stacy Puryear. That is the battle for the 5th position. .32 laps completed. Zero, 1, and 64. Jeff Shilpett, Rick Godovic. They race side by side down the back straightaway. That is a battle for the 18th position. Started the race, 22 cars. Zero 1 has now gone a lap down. That's Jeff Shiflett. 18 cars on the lead lap. Rick Godovic moves over, lets the faster cars go by on the outside. C.E. Falk gets by. Greg Edwards now tries to get by on the outside, as does Paul DeVolt in car number 34, 1, 2, and 3. Mark Wirtz closes up on the back bumper of Danny Edwards at the exit of turn number 2. Mark's trying to get that 6th position away from Danny. Danny can't seem to get by the 17 of Stacy. Great battle once again between the 17, 26, and 55. Mark Wirtz looking on the inside of Danny Edwards once again. Lap traffic coming into play. They got to be very careful getting by these slower cars. The 07 just ahead of these guys. That is Richard Storm. Mark Wirtz gets back in line. .38 and a 7 with a good race between themselves. That is Dwayne Shreves and Dude Gibbs fighting for 16th. And they need to get going because here comes C.E. Falk, the leader of the race. Danny Edwards Jr., Mark Wirtz, and just ahead of these guys, the 17, Stacy Puryear, fighting for that 5th position. Best battle on the racetrack. Danny almost has the nose of his car underneath that 17, not quite, and he still has pressure from Mark Wirtz in 55. Danny Edwards Jr., a 5-time track champion in car number 26. Championships in 2008, 2007, 1999, 1992, and 1989. These guys being very careful on this first 100-lap segment, especially around the lap traffic. Woody Howard, haven't talked much about him, but he's up there in 4th position. Paul DeVolt also having a great run tonight, qualified on the pole. He's hanging tough in 3rd. The Wheeling All-American Series from NASCAR and Langley Speedway Crossroads Fuel, sponsoring this division all year long. Eddie Johnson, the 57, having a hard time getting around Terry Carroll back here near the rear of the field. Eddie usually a whole lot faster than he is tonight. He's in 13th. 47 laps complete, just a few laps away from halfway through the first segment. .07 right in front of Wesley Falk, almost lost it. He slows up dramatically between turns 1 and 2. Wesley able to get by, so does 46 Brandon Godot. Here goes Eddie Johnson in 57, in the 90 of Terry Carroll. But he is off the pace, that .07. And it's tough racing around guys like that really don't know the racetrack, but they're doing the best they can to learn it. That's the only way you do is by getting out here running laps and getting some experience, but you got to be very careful. C.E. Falk doing all he can to be very careful. He's got around the one car, Kyle Waltz. 14 cars on the lead lap. Danny Edwards Jr. again closes up on the back end of that 17 of Stacy Puryear. He's getting a little loose every time he exits turn number 4 and turn 2. This allows Mark Wirtz in the 55 to close in. They battle for the 6th position. Rick Godovic a little bit off the pace in car number 64. Dean Shipley gets by on the outside in 06. Casey Wyatt, he dives underneath the 01. Jeff Shipley down the back straightaway. Casey's in 9th position. It is C.E. Falk, Greg Edwards, Paul DeVault the top 3. Woody Howard, Stacy Puryear, Danny Edwards, Mark Wirtz, and Dean Shipley at the top 8. Casey Wyatt in 9th, Wesley Falk in 10th. Mark Wirtz able to make the pass on Danny Edwards Jr. in the Danny's class 26. Mark Wirtz moving up. He's up to 6th. Track position so very important. So Mark Wirtz, if he can get a caution flag, look out for this guy. He's got a fast car. And if we were to have a caution flag, they do line up side by side. We do have the double file restart. And that always makes it interesting. Leader of the race is C.E. Falk, but not by much, about a car length and a half over Greg Edwards. C.E. Falk of Virginia Beach to the Avalon Fishing Pier, LeafCars.com, and Ford Racing, Ford 2009 champion. Greg Edwards, Crossroads Containers, Browers Mechanical Heating and Air and Precision Powder Coating on his Chevrolet. And then the 34, Paul DeVault. Qualified on the pole tonight and hangs tough in Gloucester, Virginia, the Sears Sand and Gravel, Extra Storage Incorporated, Bill's Welding Ford. Stacy Puryear, everybody surprised at how well he's running tonight up there in the top 5. Gets down on the inside of Duke Gibbs, who is a lap down. Got to give these guys a lot of credit. They're doing very well tonight, giving each other a lot of room, especially in this first segment. Mitch Sarvis comes down pit road in the 88. Mitch Sarvis looks like he might be done for the first segment in the 88. Sean Beluzzo also sits on pit road in that number 48. .62 laps are completed out of the first segment of 100 laps here at Langley Speedway, the Hampton Heat 200. The city of Hampton. Great city to live in, great city to vacation in. And a lot going on this weekend for the 400th anniversary of the city of Hampton. Langley Speedway, a big part of that. City manager Mary Bunting out here to watch the action. Once again, the race run in two segments of this 200-lap event. The first segment, 100 laps. And the second segment will consist of the remaining laps of the race. And between segment 1 and 2, a 15-minute pit stop. They'll be permitted to work on the cars, and they can change any two tires on the car that they must replace with sticker tires. That means brand new tires. "66 laps completed. And the 40 of C.E. Falk has led just about every one of those, except for the first few led by Paul DeVolt. But Paul, the only other leader so far tonight. Greg Edwards would like to be one of those, but not yet. He's back about 2 car lengths behind C.E. Falk, and some cars racing side by side just ahead of the leaders. That's going to make it tricky, and it may allow Greg to get by and make the pass for the lead. Greg Edwards in second, C.E. Falk the leader, Paul DeVolt third, Woody Howard is fourth, and Stacy Puryear still hanging tough in fifth. Mark Wirtz is sixth in the 55, followed by the 26 of Danny Edwards Jr. Dean Shiflett, 06, is in eighth. Wesley Falk in ninth. Casey Wyatt in the top 10. Brandon Godot is 11th. Eddie Johnson is 12th. Terry Carroll is 13th. Stephen Berry is 14th, followed by Dwayne Streams in 15th. Kyle Waltz in 16th. Dude Gibbs 17th. Jeff Shiflett is 18th. Rick Godovic 19th. Richard Storm, the 07, is in 20th position. Mitch Sarvis made a pit stop, and that is where he sits. Dwayne Shreves now fighting with Stephen Berry to take over that 14th position. Just ahead of Woody Howard, the 99 and the 38 going at it. Woody's got to be careful around these guys. Looks on the inside of Stacy Puryear, or make that Stephen Berry down the back straightaway. Stacy Puryear will follow the 82. Stephen Berry a lap down in the 82. Woody Howard looking good up there in the top 4. Mark Wirtz now gets to the inside of Stephen Berry. "25 laps to go this time by for C.E. Falk for the first segment. Greg Edwards not letting C.E. get too far ahead. And it looks like maybe Greg is saving something for that second segment in car 21. Paul DeVolt, who is in third, is back about 10 car lengths back in the third position. Woody Howard with a few lap cars between himself and third place, Paul DeVolt. Woody Howard once again in fourth in car 82. Here goes Mark Wirtz. Oh, and Stacy Puryear cut him off as they went down in between turns 1 and 2. Mark Wirtz almost had his car to the inside of Stacy, but Stacy closed the door in car 17. That is a battle for the 5th position between Mark Wirtz and the 17 of Stacy Puryear. Danny Edwards watching this battle. Danny back in 7th. Oh, and a little contact here. Mark Wirtz and the 17 get together. Mark saves it down the front straightaway. A lot of contact between these two, Stacy and Mark Wirtz. Mark was able to hang on to his position at 6th, just ahead of Danny Edwards Jr. in car 26. And I bet you Mark Wirtz is fired up in that 55. Look out if he catches up to the 17 again. It's not going to be pretty. Mark might have a little bit of damage on that 55 where he and the 17 made some contact. He was trying to figure it out as he wiggled down the front straightaway. Good news for Mark is he'll be able to work on that car between the first and the second segment of the race. CE Falk continues to lead and dominate in 2010. 3 car lengths ahead of Greg Edwards in car 21, first and second. Back to Paul DeVault, about a half a straightaway back in car 34. Then a full half a racetrack back to the 82 of Woody Howard in fourth. And Stacy Puryear keeps looking in that mirror, wondering where Mark Wirtz is. And he's about 5 car lengths back. $15 laps to go for the first segment of the race. A lot of heads-up driving on a lot of these guys' parts. Got to give them a lot of credit. Doing a great job tonight. But it looks like that the 55 of Mark Wirtz is losing some ground to that 17 of Stacy Puryear after they had contact on the front straightaway. And now Danny Edwards is challenging Mark for that position. And that is 6th. Some of the best drivers on the East Coast and Southeast Virginia right here at Langley Speedway. Once again, it is the Langley Speedway Crossroads Fuel 100-lap first segment to be followed by another 100-lap segment for the Hampton Heat 200 for the city of Hampton. Danny Edwards once again challenging Mark Wirtz. That is for 6th. Closes up on his back bumper between turns 3 and 4, but he slides it sideways out of turn 4. Now catches up and gets almost to the inside on Mark Wirtz between turns 1 and 2. Gets a good bite out of turn number 2, but so does Mark. And again, Mark gives him room. He drifts up high on the racetrack. He knows Danny's down on the inside. They almost make some contact, though, between turns 1 and 2. Side by side down the back straightaway. Once again for the 6th position, Danny Edwards Jr. in the 26, trying to get to the inside of Mark Wirtz in 55. Side by side again, door to door down the front straightaway. Danny Edwards will take that position away and move up to 6th. Tight racing in here between 3 and 4. Now down the front straightaway. That is Wesley Falk, Casey Wyatt in 29, the 46 of Brandon Godovic, and the 1 of Kyle Waltz, and the 57 of Eddie Johnson. Followed by the leader of the race, the 40 of CE Falk, and Greg Edwards in 2nd. CE Falk's got a roadblock just ahead as 2 cars race side by side. Kyle Waltz gives him room down on the inside. The leader of the event, once again, the 40 of CE Falk. Eddie Johnson is just ahead in the 57. Five laps to go. Make it 4 laps to go as CE Falk gets by. Once again, this is for the first segment. This is a 200-lap race as they fight for $10,000. CE Falk getting by some fast cars and putting them a lap down. CE Falk, Greg Edwards, Paul DeVault, Woody Howard, Stacy Puryear, Danny Edwards, Mark Wirtz, Dean Shiflett, Wesley Falk, Casey Wyatt, the top 10. Danny Edwards slips in turn number 4. Here goes Mark Wirtz in the 55 making the pass. Mark Wirtz takes that position back, and he's back into the 6th position. White flag will come out for C.E. Falk. He makes his way out of turn number 4. It's actually almost the halfway sign, not the white flag. That will happen towards the end of the race. Keep forgetting this is a 200-lap event. Once again, this is the first half, and it is completed as C.E. Falk will come by. And there we go. The caution flag will fly, and we still have 100 laps to go. So the distance that we've run so far, we'll have that distance to go again on the second half. They'll have a 15-minute break to make adjustments to the race cars. But everybody doing a heads-up job on the first race. A few instances with a couple of the drivers that involved the 17 of Stacy Puryear, the 55 of Mark Wirtz. They almost wrecked on the front straightaway, but they got it worked out. All right, once again, they'll have a 15-minute intermission. They'll be able to make some adjustments on the race cars and change 2 tires if they want to. They have to be sticker tires, though. And we still have 100 laps to go. Once again, Langley Speedway thanks the City of Hampton for sponsoring tonight's event, the Hampton Heat 200. We still have 100 laps to go in this race, and now they can make their adjustments.
Stewart from Kerr's Foods, Kerr's potato chips, and you're going to be able to sample those chips tonight because they've got 5,000 bags in there waiting for you as you exit Langley Speedway here this evening. We're going to have our driver of our number 40. He'll be making his way. C.E. Falk leading it at halfway, and Richard, you have a check for him in the amount of $200 that we'll present to C. Great racing, first 100 laps. We still got 100 to go. C.E. Falk, everybody, from the number 40. All right, C, you got by the 21. He was looking strong there at the end. What do you do in that first 100? Is it managing tires, or are you just going full blast?
I mean, you're just riding, man. You're, just trying to take cars as they come to you, The 34, we're a little bit better than him, and so we had to get by him. But, the 21's pretty good, but, we were saving a lot, and, we're going to make a couple adjustments here. But, honestly, I really didn't want to put all those guys a lot down, I mean, it was only 2 laps left to the break. The guys were working hard, so just kind of rode back there and didn't lose nothing by it. So I want to go make some adjustments and win this $10,000.
Lucky dog in effect tonight. One of those guys will get it back. But
all right, second place, running behind CE. How you feel for the next 100?
Feel pretty good. I mean, we were a little bit free there. Might have had a little bit too much tape on the grill, and the motor got a little bit hot, but. All right, we're going to tighten it up a little bit for the second half, and maybe ride a little bit more, and try to save the the rear tires. And okay. I mean, I feel like I was a little better in CE through the center of the corner. He just beat me off. But I don't know. I think the cars look like they're really well matched right now. Whoever makes it to the end is going to be the one to win.
All right, that's Dredge Everett, second place so far. Step over here and find. We're going to start the 4th place, Woody Howard first, since Paul's on that end. Woody. You're running 4th right now, setting a pretty good pace. How do you feel for the next 100?
Yeah, we definitely need to make a few adjustments. We're just a little too free, I like to tighten it up a little bit without hurting the middle. So we're going to take a swing at it, I was riding as easy as I could, but I definitely, I wasn't saving a whole lot. I think those guys that were in front of us were definitely saving more than I was. So hopefully these right side tires will do it for us.
All right, that's Woody Howard. Running 5th so far in your return to Langley, first time this year. How are you feeling so far?
It feels real good. I'm just glad to be running there with Woody. Mark Wirtz always that rough.
I was going to ask you about that. What happened from your perspective?
He just rough.
All right, well, we'll talk to Mark in a second, but we're going to step down here. Paul, 3rd place so far. Is that where you want to be? Is that the pace you want to be running?
Yeah, we were trying to ride there at the end, and I damn sure they want to start on the outside. So I thought about racing with Greg earlier, and I figured if I could stay 3rd, that'd be a whole lot easier to get going again. I hadn't had too good of luck this year on the outside.
Can you give the fans any clue what you're thinking about doing for these next 100?
run like hell. That's all we got. What we got is what we got, and everybody's got the same thing. So I think CE and Greg are probably gonna run pretty hard. So I'm glad to run to keep up with them. We're not running for points, so we're just here to try to win. And we got the only Ford out here, so hopefully we can have some few Ford fans anyway.
All right, that's your Ford representative, Paul DeBolt.
Just about set to go for the second segment of this 200-lap late model stock car race, the Whelen All-American Series from NASCAR, the Crossroads Fuel and Hampton Heat 200-lap race at Langley Speedway, side by side. C.E. Falk and Greg Edwards will lead the field down to the green flag, and here we go for the second segment. C.E. Falk tries to pull ahead. They're bumping and banging, and a spin over here in turn 2. 0-6, Dean Shiflett spins. So does Eddie Johnson in 57, and the 38 of Dwayne Shreves. Caution flag is out. Big crash in turn number 2. A lot of sheet metal hanging off the 0-6 of Dean Shiflett. Also 57, Eddie Johnson, and the 38 of Dwayne Shreves. Kyle Waltz, he tries to get by in the 1. Came to a stop and avoided the crash. So it looks like they're heating up on the Hampton Heat 200. The heat is on at Langley Speedway. A lot of damage on Dwayne Shreves' car. Also the 0-6, the back bumper hangs off and the rear deck lid, and the spoiler too on the 0-6 of Dean Shiflett. Eddie Johnson comes into the pits. He's got damage on the 57. We don't even get one lap completed of the second segment, and already we had mayhem in turn number 2. So it looks like they might have been abiding their time here on the first race, but letting it all hang loose on the second half. There is C.E. Falk who leads, Greg Edwards, Paul DeBolt in 34, 82, Woody Howard, 17, Stacy Puryear, followed by Mark Wirtz. Look out for fireworks between those two. Here we go, getting ready once again for our green flag restart with C.E. Falk leading, Greg Edwards, Paul DeBolt, Woody Howard, and Stacy Puryear. And Mark Wirtz, Danny Edwards, Wesley Falk, Casey Wyatt, Brandon Godot, the top 10, followed by Terry Carroll, Eddie Johnson, Stephen Berry, Dean Shiflett, Kyle Waltz, Dude Gibbs, Rick Godovic, Jeff Shiflett, Richard Storm, Dwayne Shreves involved in that last caution flag, and it looks like he might be done for the evening. Jimmy Walker waves that green flag. We're back underway as C.E. Falk will lead the field again. Greg Edwards in second in a side-by-side battle for that third position. Paul DeBolt, and here goes Woody Howard. He makes the pass on the back straightaway, but Paul DeBolt fights back on the inside in 34 and a spin. It is the 17, spins around the 55 of Mark Wirtz. Well, we know they had words earlier, at least Stacy did, about Mark Wirtz in the 55, and Stacy got him in between turns 3 and 4, turned him around. Mark Wirtz not very happy about that. They're going to put the 55 back behind the 46, and there goes Mark Wirtz. He comes up and has a few words or a few gestures to the 17 of Stacy Puryear. Not very happy with each other tonight. Mark will get back behind the 46 of Brandon Godovic, it looks like. They will get the 1 to go this next time by, and they do. Kyle Waltz the 1, gets the lucky dog and gets one of his laps back. C.E. Falk, Greg Edwards, Paul DeBolt, Woody Howard, Stacy Puryear, the top 5. Pace truck will come down pit road, and let's see how many laps we can get through this time as the green flag is about to fly. There we go. Back underway at Langley Speedway. C.E. Falk again gets a good restart, pulls ahead. Paul DeBolt in 34 races side by side with Greg Edwards for the second spot, and Stacy Puryear to the inside of Woody Howard. They're bumping and banging at the exit of turn 4. Casey Wyatt moving up on the inside of Woody Howard. That is for the 5th position as Casey comes to life in 29. Danny Edwards Jr., 26, follows Casey's tire tracks at the exit of turn 4, followed by Brandon Godovic, the 41 of Wesley Falk. Sparks flying off these race cars. Woody Howard takes over the 5th position from Casey Wyatt. Mark Wirtz, he's hungry to get it back up there and compete with that 17 as he gets to the inside of Wesley Falk in the 41. Makes the pass. Mark Wirtz back up into the top 10 after he had to restart at the rear of the field. Danny Edwards trying to get to the inside of Casey Wyatt for a position. That is for 6th. Up front, Greg Edwards not letting C.E. Falk get away. He's back a car length back behind that 40 machine. Here goes Mark Wirtz making a move on the 90 of Terry Carroll now between turns 1 and 2. Lap number 124, trying to get to lap 200 here at Langley Speedway. Side by side down the back straightaway is the 99 of Stephen Berry, gets by the 01 of Jeff Chiplett. Here goes the 57 of Eddie Johnson. C.E. Falk leads in the 40 car. The 21 is next, Greg Edwards in 2nd. 3rd position, 34, Paul DeBolt. 4th is Stacy Puryear, the 17. Woody Howard in 82. Those are the top 5. Followed by Casey Wyatt in 6th. Danny Edwards 7th. Brandon Godovic 8th. Mark Wirtz 9th, and Terry Carroll in the top 10. Just outside the top 10, Wesley Falk in 41. Stephen Berry, the 99. Tight battle between Woody Howard in 5th, Casey in 6th, Danny in 7th, and Brandon Godovic in 8th. Danny Edwards trying to get the front end of his car to the inside of the C. Weeks Construction 29 of Casey Wyatt. And just ahead of these guys, Woody Howard battling with the 17 of Stacy Puryear. Brandon Godovic, number 46, has done a great job this year running for the Rookie of the Year. Beginning of the season, had some top 5 finishes and ran up there in the top 5 a lot of the races. And here he is up there in the top 10 in the 46. He's an 8, just behind Danny Edwards, who's fighting with Casey Wyatt in the 29 for 6th. Woody Howard closes up to the back end of the 17 of Stacy Puryear, gives him a tap, gets him sideways at the exit of turn 4. Here goes Casey taking advantage of that move as he goes to the inside of the 82 of Woody Howard. Trying to get in the 5th position. Casey comes up and taps the back end of the 82 of Woody Howard again between 3 and 4. He's got pressure from Danny Edwards in 26. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th position right there, nose to tail in between turns 3 and 4. Meanwhile, Dude Gibbs has come on pit road and it looks like his night might be done. Woody Howard let the 17, Stacy Puryear, gather it back up after he gave him a shot a few laps ago. Now he looks again to the inside to get by Stacy. Stacy has a habit, though, of chopping down on the inside as he enters the turn. That's what gets him in trouble. Same thing happened with Mark Wirtz. Now here goes Woody Howard, side by side with the 17. Woody trying to get the 4th position from Stacy Puryear in 17. Here goes Danny Edwards to the inside of Casey Wyatt. Side-by-side action, that is what it's all about. Door-to-door racing at Langley Speedway. Again, Woody Howard in the 82 to the inside of the 17. Lap number 137. And Woody makes the pass. Mark Wirtz now battles with the 46 of Brandon Godovic. Fighting for the 8th position. C.E. Falk still continues to lead and has dominated this entire race. 4.5 to 5 car lengths ahead of Greg Edwards, 1st and 2nd. Paul DeVault has run a very smart race tonight. He's up there in 3rd position and has been for most of the night. Danny Edwards having a hard time getting by the 17 of Stacy Puryear. Stacy trying to protect his position, but that can get you into trouble. Danny Edwards once again closes up on the back end of that 17. What a great battle here between Stacy Puryear, Danny Edwards, Casey Wyatt, Brandon Godovic, and Mark Wirtz. It is lap 142. Greg Edwards has a problem. He's on pit road. Greg Edwards, who was up there in the 2nd position with a problem. This means everybody moves up. Danny Edwards is off the pace. Danny Edwards in car 26 off the pace on the back straightaway. Almost comes to a stop. Danny Edwards Jr. with a problem. Greg Edwards, the 2 Edwards brothers, with a problem here. Greg sits on pit road. Danny Edwards trying to get his car back into the pits. This is going to cause almost a wreck as the 07 comes down to the inside. Richard Storm. Danny trying to get his car into pit road. Finally does. Unbelievable turn of events for the Edwards brothers. Up there in the top 5 in points. This is going to shake it up. Lap 146 here at Langley Speedway. C.E. Falk leads Paul DeVault, Woody Howard, Stacy Puryear, and Casey Wyatt in the top 5. Lap number 148. 52 laps to go for C.E. Falk. The 2009 track champion in the late model division at Langley Speedway with a very comfortable lead over the 34 Paul DeVolt. Mark Wirtz and Wesley Falk will do battle between turns 1 and 2. Wesley all over the back end of Mark Wirtz in the 55. Looks to the inside. Mark gives him room. Side by side once again, Wesley Falk in the 41, the 55 Dunkin' Donuts machine of Mark Wirtz. And that is a battle for the 7th position. Well, as you can see, anything can happen to any one of these drivers out here. Two of the best, Greg Edwards and Danny Edwards, having problems. Same thing could happen to C.E. Falk. It ain't over till it's over. And we've got about 46 laps until it is. Wesley Falk was finally able to get by Mark Wirtz. The 41 gets by the 55 for the 7th position. After 154 laps, C.E. Falk in the 40 leads Paul DeVolt in car 34. The 82 of Woody Howard is in 3rd. 17 is in 4th. Stacy Purrier. Casey Wyatt, 29 is in 5th. Brandon Godovic is in 6th. Wesley Falk, the 41, is in 7th. Then Mark Wirtz, 55, 8th. Terry Carroll, the 90, is 9th. Eddie Johnson, the 57, in the top 10. Then Stephen Berry, the 99. Kyle Waltz, the 1, is in 12th. Dean Shiflett, 06, 13th. Rick Godovic is 14th. Jeff Shiflett, the 01, 15th. Richard Storm, the 07, 16th. And then some of the cars out of the race. Danny Edwards shown in 17th. Greg Edwards, 18th. Duke Gibbs, 19th. Mitch Sarvis, 20th. Then Dwayne Shreves, Sean Beluzzo. Eddie Johnson trying to take the 9th position away from Terry Carroll. They're working some of the lap traffic as Paul DeVolt gets by. And here goes Woody Howard, the 82, by that 06. Dean Shiflett a lap down or two. Saw some sparks fly from the 06. Of course, he involved in an earlier wreck, Dean Shiflett. And looks like something was dragging when he went between turns 1 and 2. Car bottoms out a little bit. And Stacy Purrier, who's in 4th, goes by on the outside. Casey Wyatt right there in 5th position now looks to the outside of Dean Shiflett. And the 46, Brandon Godovic, the Aquis Communications, 46. Brandon in 6th position. The lead is a comfortable one once again, about, well, I'd say about 15 to 20 car lengths between C.E. Falk and Paul DeVolt. Points are going to shake up after this race, I can guarantee. C.E. Falk, once again, so far for 2010 with 5 victories. Greg Edwards having a problem tonight. He's got 2 wins. He was in 2nd. Then Woody Howard 3rd in points. Danny Edwards 4th. Wesley Falk 5th. Mark Wirtz 6th. Brandon Godovic 7th. Duke Gibbs 8th. Casey Wyatt 9th. And Dean Shiflett, the top 10 when they came into tonight's race. Those drivers with victory so far, other than C.E. Falk, Greg Edwards with 2 wins, then Woody Howard, Danny Edwards, Wesley Falk, Mark Wirtz, all have a victory. Lap 166 here at Langley Speedway, trying to get to lap 200 for the Hampton Heat race. The city of Hampton sponsoring tonight's action, and it's been wild. Kyle Waltz goes a lap down. We have 11 cars on the lead lap. Stephen Berry, the next up in line, and the 99 to go a lap down. Action over here out of turn number 2. Dean Shiflett, he just about lost it as Terry Carroll goes by on the outside. He hangs on to it though. That car not handling as well as it should after it was involved in that wreck. He again slides it sideways out of the turns. Eddie Johnson goes by on the outside in 57. C.E. Falk, before this race is done, will have to pass some very fast race cars. This might allow the 34 to catch up a little bit. Paul DeVolt. What an outstanding job that 34 has done tonight. Paul DeVolt in the Sears 34. Sears Sand and Gravel. C.E. Falk once again. The 40 car continues to lead. Paul DeVolt, Woody Howard right there with a top 3 finish shaping up tonight for him. That's going to help him in the points. And both Danny and Greg with problems. They sit on pit road. Something broke on the 21, and just about the same time, Danny Edwards had a problem. The engine shut off. Great battle now between Brandon Godovic and Casey Wyatt here on lap 173. Casey trying to hang on to a top 5. Brandon Godovic dives on the inside now between turns 3 and 4. Right next to him at the exit of 4. But a slower car just ahead. Great side-by-side action between Brandon Godovic and Casey Wyatt. Both featured earlier today on the Sky 4 broadcast, and here they are racing hard for that 5th position. Brandon Godovic is going to get it. Casey goes back to 6th position. Lap 177, here's the top 10. C.E. Falk, Paul DeVolt, Woody Howard, Stacy Puryear, Brandon Godovic, Casey Wyatt, Wesley Falk, Mark Wirtz, Terry Carroll, and Eddie Johnson. Stephen Berry, the 99, the other car on the lead lap. Actually, Stephen has gone a lap down in the 99. 07 just about lost it right in front of the leader of C.E. Falk. He was whittling down the back straightaway right in front of the 40 car. "20 laps to go. 17, Stacy Puryear just about lost it that time at the exit of turn number 4. Looks like his tires might be going away. He's the guy in 4th position. Now at the exit of turn number 2, gets by the 06 of Dean Shiflett. Woody Howard 3rd in the points. He is 3rd in tonight's race, looking for a good run. This is going to help him tonight, once again with Greg and Danny having problems. Also, Paul DeVolt. Paul has not run all the races, but if he had, he would definitely capitalize on a points position tonight. The leader of this race crosses the lines with laps 185 up in lights. 15 laps to go. Paul DeVolt hoping for a caution flag, but doesn't look like it's going to happen because the field is strung out a little bit. But anything can happen. It ain't over yet. The NASCAR Wheelin' All-American Racing Series here at Langley Speedway, sponsored by Crossroads Fuel. It is the Hampton Heat, City of Hampton 200-lap late model stock car race. Some of those cars out of this event include Danny Edwards, Greg Edwards, Mitch Sarvis, Dude Gibbs, Dwayne Shreves, and Sean Beluzzo. Caution flag is out. Caution is out. That is what Paul DeVolt, Woody Howard, Stacy Purrier, and Brandon Godovic were hoping for. And this is not what C.E. Falk wanted to see. C.E. Falk leads Paul DeVolt, Woody Howard, Stacy Purrier, Brandon Godovic. Then comes Casey Wyatt, Wesley Falk, Mark Wirtz, Terry Carroll, Eddie Johnson. And those cars on the lead lap. Stephen Berry will get the lucky dog in car 99. Tough night for the Edwards brothers. Danny and Greg sit on pit road with problems with their vehicles. They both broke at about the same time on the same lap. It's going to shake up the points dramatically for the next race we have with the late model stock cars at Langley Speedway. All right, here we go. We're getting down to the end of this race. One lap to go. C.E. Falk has to get the best restart of his life if he's going to win this race. Paul DeVolt, number 34, in second. Hungry for a win. Woody Howard, the 82. Stacy Purrier, Brandon Godovic. And if I was the spotter on that 34, I'd say tuck up right underneath that 40, get a good restart, and you have a chance to win this race. That's Paul DeVolt right there in 34. And Woody Howard, he ain't giving up, number 82. Stacy Purrier, the 17. And running for the Rookie of the Year, Brandon Godovic in car 46. Then comes Casey Wyatt, Wesley Falk, Mark Wirtz, and the rest of the field as they take the green flag with just a few laps to go. And again, C.E. Falk gets a great start. Casey Wyatt looking on the outside of the 46, and Stacy Purrier just ahead. Brandon Godovic gives a shot to the 17, gets to his inside for the 4th position. And again, they touch as they go into turn 1. And again, the 46 roots him out of the way and takes over 4th. Brandon Godovic moves up to 4th. Here goes Casey Wyatt in 29 for the 5th position. Casey gets a shot from the 41 of Wesley Falk. And Mark Wirtz and the 90 of Terry Carroll do battle side by side as we get down to the end of this race. Casey Wyatt trying to get to the inside of Stacy in the 17. Here goes a battle once again, the 82 and 34 for second. Woody Howard coming to life. And 29 and 17 and 41 all over each other. And here goes the side-by-side battle just ahead as Woody Howard and Paul DeVolt fight it out for the second spot. Slamming on each other between turns 1 and 2. And again, Casey Wyatt doing all he can to get by that 17 4th position. That is for 5th. White flag is out. and the gloves are off. Casey Wyatt again on the inside of that 17. Meanwhile, up front, it is C.E. Falk looking for the checkered flag for the 6th time in 2010. Side by side for the 2nd spot. Woody Howard's going to get it over Paul DeVolt in the 46, Brandon Godovic, then the 17, 29, and 41. Wow, what a finish. Great finish to the end. A lot of bumping and banging there with Brandon Godovic, the 17, Stacy Puryear, also 29, Casey Wyatt. And what a great job by 82, Woody Howard to get that 2nd spot ahead of the 34, Paul DeVolt. Great race, 200 laps, definitely a hot, heated race for the Hampton Heat 200. The winner of this event for the 6th time in 2010 is going to be C.E. Falk. Woody Howard comes in 2nd, Paul DeVolt 3rd, Brandon Godovic 4th. Great run by the rookie, then Stacy Puryear in the 17, Casey Wyatt in 6th, Wesley Falk 7th, Mark Wirtz in 8th, Terry Carroll 9th, and Eddie Johnson in the top 10.
The Pepsi Grand Stock's coming up absolutely next. Hampton Heat 200, the 3rd annual, proves to be exciting again. Woody Howard comes in 2nd, Paul DeVolt. What a great battle there with those 2 cars as well. Brandon moving through the field. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, C.E. Falk, right there. Tell you what, man, 2010 going to be the year, reigning champion. You go up, you smack Denny Hamlin around, beat Tony Stewart, and you come down here and win the one that escaped you, the Hampton Heat 200. Not an easy task, was it?
Nah, I mean, this is definitely the Moby Dick of our racing career. You know, it's that fish that always gets away. But man, this 40 car's a bullet, man. It's such a bullet, man. It's bulletproof, and it's not bulletproof without all the guys behind me: Phil Warner, Randy Armstrong, Anthony Warner, Sean Malbeck, my mom and dad for letting me have all this much fun, and our great sponsors: Von Zipper Sunglasses, Avalon Fishing Pier, EliteCars.com. Man, 10 grand, baby.
How first off, on the restart, with about 12 to go, and of course Greg Edwards battling you, something broke on that car. That gave you a little peace of mind, but Paul DeVolt was getting strong there at the end. Woody was able to maneuver that. You look in your rearview mirror, those 2 guys are battling out. That had to make you feel good too.
Yeah, right there. I mean, I thought we were just riding along, trying to make it to that, make it to the end. That caution came out, and I said some pretty bad words on the radio, but understandable. But man, I knew the 34 lined up behind me. I was like, I'm gonna have to get in turn 1 really, really good, because I'm sure you remember earlier before. Hey, Beans.
Congratulations.
Thank you, and big congratulations to Beans here. But man, this car, it got that restart. It was on.
She's okay. Are you okay? Yeah, there you go.
I think she's bulletproof too, man. That warm blood runs in the family. Man, it took off like a rocket ship, and I'm just so excited. I'm just happy for my guys, and they've been working so hard, and it was a rough day of practice here, but got the 40 car in for number 7. I love it.
Well, we have a big trophy from our friends at the city of Hampton. Young man, if you would step up here, present congratulations from Dad. First off, CE, we'd like to present you with your 1st place trophy for the Hampton Heat 200. 3 races, 3 new winners. There's that.